Welcome back. Mark Bertoli joining us from Abbott Wealth Management on this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. It's been a couple of weeks.
It has been. We're glad to have you back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking today about tax-free savings accounts. Some of us have them, some of us don't, but they are looking at doubling the amount of money you can put into them.
Right. Yeah. So, you know, yesterday and today I thank the federal government for this announcement because it's very relevant to a lot of people, and we're always looking for subjects that are relevant to the average investor. So right now, you're allowed $5,500 a year. If you started in day one, your total contributions as of 2015 would be $36,500. But now they're allowing, or talking about allowing, $11,000 as a contribution. So a lot of people right away think, well, on top of RSPs, that's, you know, and saving that as well, maybe this is just for the high net worth individuals. But it actually helps both ends of the spectrum. If you're a lower earning individual in Canada, it may not make sense to do RSPs because you may put the money into the RSP at a lower earning or tax rate, and then later on in life, when you've accumulated your wealth, take it out at a higher tax rate. So it may work in reverse for you. So for younger investors with lower incomes, this $11,000 tax-free savings account might be a great vehicle. And they can use it to save up for houses and things like that.
Who decides on how large the tax-free savings account can be, and why are they looking at doubling it?
Well, they're looking at ways that they can make retirement for Canadians better. Also, a way to encourage, the more that the federal government encourages us to save through RSPs and tax-free savings, the less the burden on social programs later on in life.
Absolutely.
Right? So one of the, you know, we have the baby boomers retiring, and now next thing, the health problems and everything else that's going to hit our social programs. So if they can have people save and encourage them to do so throughout their lives, they're going to be better prepared for those incidents and less reliant on social programs in the future. Is
this the federal government's way of saying there may not be a lot of money after all those baby boomers finish their retirement and enjoy all the money and spend it all?
The burden of our social programs falls on all of us as Canadians. And, you know, some people try and scare people with those comments. Canada is in great shape, you know, and really this is just about doing sound planning for the future. You know, on the other end of the spectrum, for people who can save later on in life, the 50-plus crowd who can save $11,000, their house is paid off, kids are done university, rather than putting the money into RSPs, we use it a lot of times to say, okay, if you want to do a European trip and it's going to cost you $30,000 or something significant in your retirement, you don't want to be pulling lump sums out of your RSPs because that becomes taxable income and drives every penny up that you pay in tax. So we would use a tax-free savings and contributions from that in order to supplement or create those events in retirement. So saving on that end of the spectrum this will also benefit that end of the spectrum as well.
Okay, one more point before we go to our question of the week, and that is, when will this be decided?
It's supposed to come out with the budget, announced with the budget. So yeah, pretty soon.
Yeah, it's like.
And you know, when they leak stuff out like this, fait accompli.
Right. Exactly. All right, we have our Ask Abbott Wealth. What is a pension maximization program and how does it work?
Okay, so this is an advanced piece of planning, and this is primarily to do with defined benefit pension plans. So you work, for instance, for the provincial government, municipality, and you have a pension plan where upon your retirement, you can choose between a single life pension, which would be one figure, and I'm just going to use the figure $3,000 a month, or you can choose a joint life pension with your wife, so that if something happened to me, for instance, my wife would get a percentage of my pension for the rest of my life. A lot of them have modified a lot lately where they've been allowing a 5-year, 10-year, or 15-year guarantee period within there. But one of the strategies around this is to choose the single life, and each particular situation is different. And if the person with the pension is insurable, you take the difference. Let's say the joint was $2,500 a month and the single life was $3,000. You would take that $500 a month and insure the individual who has the pension. So a couple of things happen here. If something happened to both parties, then there would be something left for the kids afterwards. And really, it's a way of commuting a portion of your pension for your heirs and your family into the future, rather than when, either in the case of a single life, if something happened to me, the pension's over, or in a joint situation where something happened to me and my wife, the pension's over and there's nothing for the kids. It's a way of looking at solving some of those solutions. It is advanced planning and it takes some work to do with your advisor, but I guess about educating this is so that people at least know to ask their advisor, should I be looking at this and does it work for me?
Absolutely. Would it make my situation better? Excellent. Mark Bertoli, we are out of time. Happy Wednesday to you. Enjoy the sunshine.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. If you have any questions, information on the screen, abbottwealth.com as well, info@abbottwealth.com. If you have any questions, we are talking about Law Day coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us.